Здравствуйте, с вами снова Саша Иванова, и мы снова играем в престолы. Ух ты, какие красивые малахитовые, наверное, столбы. Мы, собственно, с вами почти выбрались из тюрьмы в прошлой серии, и сейчас нам нужно с вами не куда-нибудь, а в тронный зал. Еще у нас появилась новая способность. Взгляд. Вот такое. Пафосный и вообще непонятный. Непонятность его заключается в том, что сомнительная полезность. Но в целом прикольно. Прикольно. Лучше, чем ничего. Так. Потому что у другого нашего персонажа хотя бы пёса есть. Эпс. Упс.
Who are you? State your business.
I am Alistair Sarwick, loyal servant to the crown. I wish to have an audience with Queen Cersei.
The Queen only receives petitioners when holding court. Why don't you explain how you got into the throne room instead? Guards, seize him!
Just a moment, Sir Celtigar. Bring me that man.
Не похоже, не похоже.
My thanks for granting me an audience, Your Grace.
Или похоже.
I am Alistair Sarwick of Riverspring, bannerman to House Lannister.
Yes, that name conjures something. You're the man who was arrested for murdering the Gold Cloaks. What I don't know, on the other hand, is how you managed to barge straight into the heart of the Red Keep. Explain to me, then, how you were able to evade the palace guards.
If I may be so bold, means matter little to one such as myself. What truly counts are the ends. I could have left this keep without looking back, but I would rather offer my talents to the crown.
You may rise, sir. You have my full attention.
Many thanks, Your Grace.
Despite your goodwill, know that you are taking terrible risks. If I must take you into my service, I would first be certain of your absolute loyalty. How did a prisoner such as yourself come all the way up from the dungeons?
Your Grace, I left the Red Keep in order to come of my own free will and submit to your wisdom. I place myself in your merciful hands. Know that I was imprisoned here after an unfortunate misunderstanding. However, it is as your humble servant that I wish to leave the Red Keep.
Why do you wish to assist me? What is it you want?
I learned that my sister, Ilyana, was promised to Valar. An unfortunate choice, I'm afraid.
How so?
Because he is bastard-born, Your Grace. Not only would it be a poor alliance, but our father's blood runs in his veins. I cannot accept such an improper marriage.
Let me remind you that Sir Valar was knighted by my own father, Lord Tywin Lannister. That alone should convince you of his merit as future Lord of Riverspring. And if I'm not mistaken, your brother Garwin is accused of killing your father, is he not? When your sister came to see me, I saw no other choice. Sir Valar grew up at Riverspring in the heart of the castle itself. He was the one capable of ensuring the protection of these lands, as well as that of your sisters.
With your permission, my lady, I have returned, and as the firstborn son of my house, it is up to me to decide what happens to my family. No doubt my long absence has left me but a distant memory to many here, but I am still my father's lawful heir.
Why do you not submit your grievance to the king when he is holding court? I'm certain that your request will be granted.
Riverspring is under the rule of House Lannister. In any decision regarding its future, the king will defer to you or to your father. I decided to come straight to you in order to avoid wasting time.
Very astute, my lord. But you will understand that, however generous she may be, a queen may not act strictly out of charity. There are important tasks which must be carried out with the utmost discretion and efficiency. Would you be ready to undertake such a task for your queen?
My loyalty to my queen has never wavered. Tell me what you wish of me, and I will not disappoint.
Very well, Sir Alistair. Your request has been heard. Serve me well, and I will make certain that Riverspring is returned to you. Disappoint me, and we will allow the king's justice to follow its course in your regard.
That will not happen.
I am delighted to hear that. We have it from reliable sources that enemies of the crown are running unchecked in King's Landing, and I want their heads. And since it appears that you and Sir Valar have the same objective, it is my wish that you carry out this mission together. And why not use this opportunity to find out who is more dedicated, you or your half-brother?
Your Grace, I would like to discuss one last matter with you. It concerns my brother, Gawain. I was at River Spring for my father's burial, and there is, for the moment, no proof that my brother killed our father. I know not who informed the crown of my brother's guilt, but it would seem that he was judged too quickly. I dare ask one more favor of you. Please withdraw this accusation until there is formal proof of his guilt.
По-моему,
I
я
see.
ногами.
It is an enormous boon that you ask of me. Very well. To prove my faith in your abilities, I will lift the reward on your brother's head. The watch will leave him in peace. For the moment.
I praise your Grace's generosity.
For now, go and await me in the antechamber. There are matters I must discuss in private with Sir Valar. We will speak again shortly.
Ух ты! Я прям боюсь подойти к трону. Извините. Маняшка. Сейчас меня только чуть-чуть отпустит. Простите, я ухожу. Дабы не хочу умирать здесь. Привет, чувак. Знакомые все лица.
Alistair, what are you doing here? You were supposed to rot in the dungeons.
That is indeed what I feared, but the light of R'hllor guided my steps out.
Sir Valar, the Queen awaits your presence.
We shall meet again, Alistair.
Иди уж.
Sooner than you think.
В это время Морс. Вы нагнали Поди, теперь он мертв. Вернувшись в Темный замок, встретили там посланников Джона Аарона, десницы короля. 15 лет прошло с тех пор, как вы сражались на его стороне во время восстания Роберта Бартуона. И сегодня он выслал за вами сира Годрика Донерли. Десница желает защитить... одного из самых важных. Желает защитить, в общем, истинную молодую женщину, очевидно, которой грозит опасность. Вам надо найти и укрыть ее в безопасном месте. Монта. Готовясь к событию кротовой бэра. Короче, мы узнаем печальную новость, которая проявляется в том, что Джон Аарон, мой друг, старый добрый друг, мертв. Мы вместе воевали с ним против кого-то.
So, just like that, John Aaron was dead. Unfortunately, I'm afraid it's true. The royal seal and the missive were still unbroken when the Raven arrived.
That would mean that he passed shortly after I left King's Landing. I will pray to the Seven that his soul receives the welcome it deserves. He was a great man.
In his letter, he mentioned being wary of those around him. He feared for his life and talked about enemies of the realm who were preparing to strike. A troubling coincidence. I'll wager it has something to do with the girl.
Who knows? In any case, he must have thought her very important.
Do you still hope to carry out your mission, Sir Donnelly?
Yes, I shall not betray my lord's last wish. I must finish carrying out his orders and find a safe place for the girl. Now that we have an idea of where she is, there is no need to trouble you any longer.
You underestimate the Mole's Town tunnels. They're quite a labyrinth for newcomers. You'll need my expertise. I would also prefer one of us to accompany you. I'd rather know what's going on in the gift.
Very well. I have a host of men waiting south of Castle Black on the way towards Molestown. I hope to meet with them and gather any news before proceeding. Jared, my lieutenant, will have warned my men of our arrival.
I'm counting on you, Moors. Report to me when you've finished your mission.
Конечно.
We'll leave immediately. I just need to make sure of one last thing.
As you wish, sir.
Theomar! Dick! Lion! I I shall accompany Sir Donnelly to Molestown. His camp is close by. I am counting on you to get there as soon as possible. You must ensure that peace is maintained in the gift.
Very well, Moles.
Let us ride, sir. It's a long way to Molestown.
I'm right behind you.
Так, теперь нас до хрена. Конечно, это все круто, но я не знаю, как туда пойти. Дополнительное задание. Поскольку мы еще не нашли ни одной статуэтки, пойдемте сразу. Да, вот уж чего не нужно нам, так это письмов чужих. Так, ну по логике. Дайте-ка я еще раз пересмотрю. Это не тот выход, о котором я думала. Так что пойдемте сразу по основному. Ну что ты не хочешь залезть на сугроб? Что такое? Так, ладно. Куда-то я не туда пошла явно. Ну ладно. Да повернись ты, господи. Управление, надеюсь, на джойстике удобнее. На клавомыши оно пилец какое кривое. Так, я что-то сбилась, ребят. Так, нам с вами нужно внести в кротовый городок ночного дозора. Пойдемте. Да, у меня вообще с лечилками очень туго. Я их просто не использую. Из-за этого страдаю очень сильно. Не покупаю их и вообще ничего не делаю с ними. Поэтому периодически буду умирать. Ну, или со временем привыкну к тому, что мне нужно бывать, покупать их. Но опять же, почитаю. Но пока что...
John Aaron, dead. I still can't believe it. That sly old fox was tougher than Valerian steel.
Yes, it's unfortunate news, but I won't let it interfere with the mission he assigned me. I think we're close. My men would have set up camp in the area.
Чего? Подсказка Варга. Что за подсказка Варга? Понюхай. Нюхай. Непонятно. Ну ладно, пойдемте. Хочу просто посмотреть повнимательнее. Ну тут как бы нет ничего, и вот эта вот штука меня как бы немножко беспокоит. Понятно, что мост обвалился. В это время, как видите, Морс стоит с фейспалмовым видом, видимо, на мою игру, глядячи. Но на самом деле он концентрируется, и он все-таки варка, ему требуется время, чтобы переместиться в пса и обратно. Так, может... Во, я нашла. Колонн. Нормально. Колонн. 20. Я лучше топор вот этот одену. Горно. Сняли с вожака. Ну, колонн тоже неплохо. Скорее всего, там был какой-то тайник, но я его не нашла. Олень. Лютоволки. Олень съел лютоволка.
You know something. Spill it before I scatter your teeth onto the floor.
Please, I beg you. I don't know what you're talking about. I swear. I'm but a simple traveling merchant. Enough, Jared.
What? Oh. It's you, Sir Godric. This peasant refuses to answer my questions.
Leave him alone.
You can leave.
Very well, my lord. Thank you.
I haven't finished with him.
Yes, you have. No one tortures the people of the gift without good reason.
And you'll do what? Hang me like you did my brother? Try it. I could use a laugh.
These lands are under the authority of the Night's Watch. I will personally punish any man who cannot restrain his blade or his fists.
I'll wait and see.
Shut your mouth, Jared. You disgrace us when you speak to Sir Westford that way. But silence! Return to camp and await me there. Sir Westford, his behavior is unacceptable. I offer my most humble apologies.
Just make sure he doesn't delay us. John Aaron's letter mentioned...
Do you think that...
The Night's Watch is in charge around here. I've had a few dealings with the local... If she knows something...
The hamlet seems tiny. We'll have gone through it in no time.
Don't let yourself be fooled. The Molestown is much bigger. The underground tunnels were dug by several generations of people. And in the midst of the tunnels is the whorehouse. I'm sure that's where we'll...
I see. So she's hidden among the whores. Few would think to look for her there. Lord...
Так, это все, конечно, круто. Ну как мне попасть внутрь? Что? Морс. Ладно. Может, как-то внутрь можно пробраться. Конечно, домов, где вот, действительно можно там налезть. Что за Алистер играющий. Что за Морса. Это вот раз-два и обчелся. Но мне хотелось побывать, как бы, когда я читала непосредственно в Крутом городке. Поэтому я думаю, что будет интересно. Заметьте, мы только вышли из одного борделя, идем в другой. Подозрительно. Подозрительно, блин. Кто делает игру? Одни битвы выигрываются копьями и мечами. Да, может быть. Может быть.
Well.
О,
If it
Господи.
isn't the Great Mole's weapon, what can I do for you, handsome? Why don't you join me in my chambers, and I'll show you what a real woman can do.
The day the wall collapses, I'll think about your proposition.
Charming as usual. So, what are you here for? Come to take your lost crows home? Walder brought in a new boy. I believe his name is Patrick. They're in the back. Do with them what you will. But no...
No, I'm not here for pleasure. I'm looking for a girl.
Then you're here for the same reason as everyone else. What is your pleasure? Fair hair? Brown hair? Dancers? A girl skilled with her tongue?
I'm looking for a recent arrival. Not a whore. Just a girl from the south.
A girl from the south? I do strive to provide something for every taste here. The girls from the south. Now, why don't you try Alice and Verena? They're twins. Our clients love them. And since you're a first-time customer, I'll give you a discount.
Блин, ты
What do you say?
раздевайся.
Enough horse shit, Sybil. I know the girl was sent to Molestown, and I'm sure you know where she's hiding.
You're mad, Moles. If you're not here for my beer or for my girls, I must ask that you leave.
Listen, Sybil. This girl is in considerable danger. I believe that the men chasing her may have been involved in the death of the King's
Говорит
Hand.
чуваку,
The
который...
King's Hand was assassinated? Moles, you must be joking.
When have you ever known me to be joking? If these people were powerful enough to assassinate the King's Hand, it would be difficult for them to track her here.
Well, what would you do if you found her?
The King's Hand wanted this girl protected. I'm here to make sure that happens. I'm sure I can protect her better than you and your girls can.
Very well. I know that you're a man of honor. I hope I don't regret this decision. The girl's name is Jane Greystone. She's been hiding here for some time.
I thank you for your trust, Sybil. Now, where is the girl?
She's in one of my rooms, downstairs. Go down the stairs, turn left. It's the last door on the right. But don't you dare hurt her.
Блин,
Don't
знакомая
worry.
кто-то.
I'm here to protect her. Thank you for your help.
Кто-то знакомый, граница. А чё тут так много диалогов? Мужики!
My lord, thanks for helping me. Come closer, you two.
Who gave you permission to speak to me?
Oh, I beg your pardon, but I just wanted to help the Night's Watch.
Listen, peddler. Some of the wildlings I confronted just recently were armed with steel blades. That seemed a bit strange, because wildlings do not forge steel, so these weapons must come from our side of the wall. And then I happen upon your traveling shop here.
I've nothing to do with that, my lord.
That's right, and you do well to remember that. When you're finished, go back to the south. If I hear that you...
Yes, my lord.
Так, уже полегче. Доп. Задание. Почему мне это показывает? Просто что выйти могу? Извините, пожалуйста. Повар?
Out of my kitchen. I've enough.
Ну, спасибо, где?
Out of my kitchen.
Ладно, я с тобой не поговорю. А собака? Не поняла. Угу, ладно, окей. Я только тут что-то не поняла, зачем мне пытаться убить повара. Ну ладно. Я маленькая пёса. Минка убила пёса. Да блин, елки-палки. Зачем мне его убивать? Иди. Да блин. Пилец. Куда? Уйди. Зачем мне убивать повара? Ладно, может не судьба, поэтому сейчас, ну как бы, я не в состоянии ничего найти. Патрик. Ты кто?
Hi, it's Moores. I wasn't expecting to meet you here. Would you shut up?
You've taken your vows so recently, your words still hang in the air, Patrick.
Please, Moores, you know the Lord Commander turns a blind eye to this sort of thing. Just look at the poor bugger. All of your fellow watchmen are dead. You know how it is. He needs to pick up his spirits.
I can speak for myself, Warder. Moores, would you care to join in our discussion?
I don't know much about you, Patrick.
I don't really want to talk.
Don't be shy, you're amongst brothers here.
First of all, I was not a smuggler.
Weren't your crimes?
Very well. Like half the men at the wall, I was once a farmer. And then one day, I lost everything. The wildlings were raiding along the coast, and it led them right to my wife. She wasn't the type to let herself be pushed around by anyone.
Seven hells! Every last one of those wildling monsters deserves to die.
All I had left was my warhammer. I found it while marching with the Starks during... All I could do was take my boat and follow them. Once I got to the other side of the wall, it was easier than I'd expected. When I finally caught up with them, it was dark out. The swine were getting drunk on what they'd stolen from me. After a while, most of them could no longer stand. First, I killed the watchman. But then one of their men saw me and cried out. It became a bloodbath. I don't know how long the killing lasted. When it was over, I was covered. I said to myself, Pat, you're a dead man. Might as well let the cold take you. When I opened my eyes, I was in Castle Black. It took me a month to heal. In that time, I was accused of everything by the brother, and I just couldn't convince otherwise. So, as soon as I was able to walk...
You suffered an injustice.
Incredible! What about you? Let me think about it for a minute.
Ладно, давайте на этом закончим. Всего вам самого наилучшего и пока-пока.